And we're live. Hi, I'm Rayyan. Microphone here. Here we are in 8590's Fab Lab, and you can't really see it, the CNC machines right here. And so today, before we start cutting parts out, actually, I'm going to run you through some basics of the machine, some terminology, some keywords, what stuff's called. Those are all the same thing, actually. What stuff's called, and like getting to know all the hardware and things that are related to the CNC machine. First of all, end mills. What is an end mill, you might ask, Rayyan? So, a traditional drill bit, right? Let's say this is a traditional drill bit. You spin it, spin, and you drill a hole into your material, right? The tip is the sharpest piece in a normal drill bit. However, in a CNC machine, since we have to spin and we cut sideways and in circles and all that, we can't have just the tip be sharp, but rather the edges. So in an end mill, the edges are sharp. You can't feel it. I can feel it. It's pretty sharp. And so obviously there's different size end mills. This is a 1/4 inch. Here we have an 1/8 inch. Kind of see an 1/8 inch. And so actually you can see there's a coating on this. That's why it looks gold. This one's a little tarnished. It's been used by yours truly quite a lot. And so this is a high-speed steel end mill. The previous ones are carbide, high-speed steel. This one actually has end mills on both sides. Pretty cool. And so carbide obviously is more expensive. High-speed steel is cheaper. And so I would recommend you start out with the HSS ones, high-speed steel, and then move on to carbide once you get good, so you're not breaking like expensive things fast. Okay, those are your end mills. Oh, you're interrupting the video. I'm going Instagram famous.
Sorry, I gotta go to a meeting.
That's fine, that's fine.
Close the door, I'll be back.
All right. Okay, up next, collets. So you have your end mill, right? It's not like a drill chuck where it increases and decreases in size. This is a CNC machine. We use collets like civilized people. So what happens is this is a collet. Can you see it? It's a collet. Don't drop it. It's really finely made and it's like beautifully spaced, like these edges and things. So how this works is, let me get the right combination, one sec. So, oh no, it's not the right size. Bam. So this is what a combo looks like. So you have your end mill stuck into your collet, and then this will eventually all stick into your CNC machine through a collet nut, which holds the collet onto it. I'll run you through how to do that next video when we actually CNC out the bracket that we create the tool paths for. Nice, that's that. Hearing protection, very important. Metal gets very, I'm looking at you, metal gets very loud, especially if you're running it fast and you have deadlines, because it always happens. Hearing protection, also eye protection. I'm not wearing any because nothing's happening right now, but you should, okay? I'll get to this later. Clamping. Clamping's a bit of an interesting subject. So for a while, I don't know if you can see, it's a little precarious of a setup, but for a while with the CNC machine, what we did is we didn't have this spoil board on here, which you can kind of see. This wood just scrap, and then you drill into it, and then you stick your material just right on top by screwing it in. That's our current setup. Previously, we had the rails, and then we use these clamps to clamp things onto the rails. The issue with that is if you like go a little too deep in your heights and you set that wrong, then you drill into the actual metal of the machine, which is expensive, and being poor doesn't really work out that way. So spoil board is here, which is now clamped onto the machine. I would suggest you don't remove it. That's the best way I found. So let's say we're going to CNC this out, right? Which we actually will. What we do is you can see I've drilled some holes, 1, 2, 3 on here, and then we're going to drill this and screw this into our spoil board. And then once this is screwed into the spoil board, it's not moving side to side, it's not moving anywhere. And then we'll set our origin, and then we'll go from there. So don't worry about clamps too much. I would suggest you use screws. That's the best way I've found. Getting a little bit into maintenance and things. So here you can see there's a big ball screw. Maybe like your 3D printer, maybe not. Depends how nice it is. But so these get dirty, and they're obviously high precision just elements. So what you want to do is you want to clean those off, and then occasionally use this multi-purpose oil 3-in-1, and then just put some on there. Keep the rails in good, nice condition. Obviously, try to keep the machine clean too. Next up, these wrenches. They're 2 wrenches. I don't know the size. You don't know the size. Nobody knows the size. But these fit the collet nut that came with the machine. So what you do is you put this on there, screw, screw, unscrew, unscrew, and then I'll actually run you through how to do that next video. But this is how you put different size collets and different size end mills into the machine. I guess going onto the machine quickly, you can see this here. This is the gantry. This moves side to side, backwards, forwards, up and down. Here's the rest of the machine. This here is a controller, very expensive, don't drop it. Has a lot of buttons and functions. I'll tell you how some of them work, just the essential ones. The hair is weird, oh no. I'll tell you just how the essential ones work. You can search up the rest later if you want to know, like, I don't know what A+ or A- does. There's a manual online. There's also lots of people and videos online, just old guys who use this stuff in their garage. Other things, I'm gonna pick up the laptop. Whoa, we're going on a ride. Other things down here is the storage. So here is the actual like brains of the CNC machine. This knob right here, you can barely see it. Very important, very important. This is how you set your speeds, your spindle speeds specifically. So your end mill, how fast it's spinning, that's how you set it. You can set it in the software. However, the software, InventorCam, does not carry it over actually. I don't know why it doesn't carry it over, but that's very important. So if you think it's going too fast, you want to slow it down, turn the dial to the left. If you think it's going too slow, turn to the right. I'll run you through that in the next video. Other things we have here, little dust shoe. I recommend you don't use this because this covers up the rest of the end mill and stuff. And if you miserably crash, you won't be able to see it. Whoa, I'm a mess right now, apparently. So here's a closer look. So here are the rails I was talking about. These rails we have on here mounted to the spoil board onto this little wood, this MDF that it came with. I would suggest you keep it like this. Here we have some clamps holding the spoil board on there. This is your gantry. This is your, whoa, bad angle. I'm gonna set the mic down. Okay, there is your end mill. There is your collet nut. I'll teach you how to take that off. This is the actual motor. Spins up to 21,000 revolutions per minute. You should never be going that fast though. We don't need to go that fast. I named it Dusty. Hi, I'm Dusty. Oh, it's backwards. You'll have to mirror the video or something. It's called Dusty. And this is just the rest of the machine here. I'm currently in the process of replacing the pump, but otherwise you shouldn't be messing with any of this stuff. I think that's basically a completed video. I'll see you in the next one.